Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix both of those things together. Guys, if you're in the mood for a feel-good story on a Sunday, this is the video for you, because it turns out that one of the main proponents for gun control and our main opponents on the two-way freedom front, March for Our Lives, is firing 13 out of its 16 people and getting a new head of the whole operation. Guys, this thing is in its death throes. I'm about to show you the documented decline with all the money going nowhere. Guys, this is a big one. Make sure you send this one out, you spread it out, you send it to everyone that you know who needs a little boost in their day. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on so you don't fall victim to the accidental unsubscription that YouTube is doing to people and patriots who need their prescription of freedom. All right, let's get into this, people. We have got to talk about something. Man, if this doesn't make you smile, I don't know what does. All right, so we're going to jump over to my profile on X at BradenLOA. Make sure you follow me so we can have a conversation and get all this stuff before the video actually comes out. But let's get into it. March for Our Lives lays off most of its staff and names a new executive director. Now, before I show you all the documentation and highlights in here, I want to remind you who March for Our Lives is, okay? March for Our Lives is an extremely aggressive gun control group. And this is from the Reload, so hat tip to them. This is their summation of some of the quotes they put. In order to operationalize new laws like an assault weapons ban and a higher standard of gun ownership, we need to implement a federal gun buyback program that facilitates compliance with new laws and provides economic incentives for gun owners to responsibly reduce their gun inventory. All government-purchased gun inventory would be destroyed. The intended goal, a reduction of our domestic firearms stock by at least 30%. To be clear, the implementation of an assault weapons ban should be a full mandatory buyback of assault weapons, but we would also create programs to encourage voluntary civilian reduction of handguns and other firearms. So that's who we're dealing with, the far left, young, progressive, anti-gun movement. Well, it turns out that that's not that popular. 13 of the 16 people who work for them are now gone with a new executive director. This is an appropriate response from National Association for Gun Rights. Yeah, that's about right. But before we get too gleeful, I want to point something out that's really key to understand what we're doing, you and I, on a day-to-day basis. This is only possible because of you. The money I'm about to show you, the donations I'm about to show you that are drying up, the levers of power that are now Trump, they are the Republican House, Republican Senate, all those things are directly because of you. You were grinding. Patriots like yourselves were grinding in the face of these people trying to come after your rights for 4 years. You held the line, reversed course completely, and now they are reducing to the tune of 13 of their 16 staffers. Guys, you are winning. Keep going. These are signs of weakness. They're not done, they're not dead, but good Lord above, that is painful. Now, let's get into this a little bit. You guys remember this little graph? This is the USAID tracking. I wonder if this has anything to do with it. You see those two taxpayer funds that I'm highlighting right here? Yeah, they go straight to March for Our Lives. $1.42 million was going to them $1.42 million is going to them from taxpayer dollars and different subsidies and slush funds. And then all of a sudden, wouldn't you know it, they lay off most of its staff. That's weird. The second Elon Musk and the Doge organization cuts it out, all of a sudden they got to close their doors. Well, it turns out that it's not as easy as that. Look at this. I'm going to walk you through the actual report, and then I'll show you some more stuff from the Reload. Because, guys, this is how you're winning. You are outlasting them. The young, the emotional, the fear response. You are winning. Let's keep going. Jacqueline Corin, a Parkland survivor and one of the organization's co-founders, plans to focus on digital strategy and youth mobilization. Just wait. March for Our Lives, the youth-led gun violence prevention organization, announced Thursday that it is laying off 13 of 16 full-time staffers. The group is naming as its new executive director Jacqueline Corin, 24, one of the organization's original co-founders and a Parkland survivor. It's like Davy Hogshade right there. We are facing financial challenges as an organization, not unlike many nonprofit advocacy organizations in this time, Corin said in an exclusive interview with the 19th. I am sure things would look differently with a different outcome of the election. You did this. But these are the systems and circumstances in which we have to make adjustments based on the financial situation we find ourselves in. It is incredibly unfortunate that these cuts have to happen. Guys, you just led them to cut 13 of their 16 spots and create a complete new head because the other person quit. Davey Hogg's out of the picture. He's in the DNC. Does it make sense now why he's trying to raise funds using the DNC coffers and email list for March for Our Lives? Because it's obviously about to fail. Let's keep going. Democratic donors have significantly pulled back funding for both Democratic candidates and progressive organizations in the wake of Republican Donald Trump's triumph in the 2024 presidential election. You did it. According to tax filings in 2023, listen to this, the group spent $1.75 million more than the $1.42 million it brought in that year. Almost all from donations. March for Our Lives declined to share financial information for the 2024 fiscal year. They overshot their donations by $300,000, and now they won't share their new documentation. Guys, does this right here have anything to do with it? I mean, Lord above. Let's keep going, because there's a brand new scheme here. Listen to this. So Poe Murray, this is someone who is involved very heavily in the gun control movement, and very nice person on X. The co-founder and chairwoman of the Newtown Action Alliance met Corin following the Parkland shooting just as March for Our Lives was being founded, and sees the group's ability to speak to young people as key to the gun violence prevention movement. Quote, tell me this isn't reading the tea leaves. If I have to choose one organization of all gun control groups to survive and receive the funding that is necessary, I would say invest in the young people and March for Our Lives. Hold the freaking phone. We're at a point now where we have to choose on the gun control side which ones survive and which ones don't. Is it just me, or is someone not telling someone the whole story? Because the gun control movement is getting smoked. They are laying off 13 of 16 at March for Our Lives. What's going on at the other gun control organizations? Because this USAID funding, that was the slush fund for all of it, dried up for all of it. So which ones are going to go down next? Because we know it's not from their digital outreach, because they get ratioed all the time. They have like 2 million followers on X and they get like 1,200 views. I have 11,400 subscribers or followers on X, and I get 2,500 impressions per clip. Well, I mean, that's nothing, right? So what's going on, guys? What's going on? Let's keep going. And again, all these little lines start to show when the nasty little rock is lifted up and all the little creepy crawlies crawl around. Rob Wilcox, that name should sound familiar, said March for Our Lives played a key role in the formation of the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention under the Biden administration. Wilcox served as co-deputy director of that office, which has been disbanded by the Trump administration. Isn't it weird? So Rob Wilcox says March for Our Lives is amazing because March for Our Lives was instrumental in getting Biden to acquiesce and bend over a barrel to do White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention under Kamala Harris, of which Trump came in and like on day 2 completely removed. Okay, let's keep going though. This week, the Trump administration also removed the Surgeon General's warning declaring gun violence a public health crisis because it was a political bullcrap response. To comply with a Trump-issued executive order, Wilcox said the need for loud and targeted communication within the gun violence prevention movement is more critical now than ever. Obviously, they want that money and it's drying up. Guys, keep going. You are winning. Let me jump over to, I thought there was something else in here that I really wanted. Oh, here we go. It just didn't highlight. Here we go. This part right here didn't highlight. I don't know why. This is the new leader of March for Our Lives. This is so telling. Quote, we hope to remind people of the insanity of the existence of this issue in the country and then give them the tools for how we actually make a change in their communities. Sounds like they're losing a little bit of oomph, doesn't it? It actually might be at the reload. Yeah, here we go. This is what I wanted to talk about. At the same time, public records show funding at its 2 nonprofit entities has declined dramatically in recent years. Its non-political foundation went from revenues of 2.2 million in 2022 to 1.4 million in 2023, putting it to more than 300,000 in the red. Its political advocacy arm went from 7 million in 2022 to under 3.5 the following year. It ran a deficit both years, and neither was anywhere close to the 18.6 million it first raised in 2018. Here's the quote I was just talking about. We hope to remind people of the insanity of the existence of this issue in the country and then give them tools how it makes a change in the communities, particularly young women. They're going to target young women with fear and emotion response in order to get their money back. That's what they're about to do. But at the back of the day, or excuse me, the end of the day, you are winning. They have now lost 13 of their 16 staffers. Great freaking job. Send this to everyone you know, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.